The Middle East just got a whole lot messier. Forget Gaza for a second. This time Israel took the fight straight to Qatar's capital, Doha. Yes, the same Qatar that's US ally and the current hub for ceasefire talks. Israel says it was targeting Hamas bigwig Khalil al-Hayya, their chief negotiator. But what they really hit was Qatar's credibility as a peace broker and possibly America's patience. Now, if the name Khalil al-Hayya doesn't immediately ring a bell, don't worry. What you do need to know, however, is that this man is crucial to Hamas's political wing and, more importantly, to peace talks that have been crawling along for 2 years. But here's the shocker. The strike wasn't in Gaza. It was on Qatari soil, a US ally and the same country hosting those very peace negotiations. Which means this one strike may have killed not just Hamas operatives, but also the peace process itself. So what just happened and why does it matter? Let's break it down for you. For context, this is not Qatar's first brush with foreign missiles. Just 3 months ago, Iran lobbed a symbolic strike at the massive US airbase in al-Udeid just outside Doha. This time, it wasn't symbolic though. 15 Israeli fighter jets unleashed precision bombs on a residential compound in the city. The target was Khalil al-Hayya and his top team. So who is al-Hayya? He's a survivor, literally. Multiple Israeli attempts on his life, and yet here he is. He's Hamas's chief negotiator and sits on their 5-man leadership council. And since the killings of Ismail Haniyeh and Yahya Sinwar, his importance inside Hamas has only grown. Now, Israel wanted him gone. Hamas, within hours, said no. Al-Hayya lived, 5 others died, but the leadership core survived. So what did Israel really hit? Not just a man. They stuck at Qatar's credibility and at the fragile thread of peace talks clinging by a hair. Just days ago, Donald Trump had floated a shiny new ceasefire plan, a rare chance at halting the carnage in Gaza. Qatar, as always, was the host and mediator. Hamas negotiators were in Doha, signaling some willingness to talk. But now, talks are suspended. Qatar says, how can we mediate when our capital is under fire? For the families of Israeli hostages in Gaza, this is devastating. They were pinning their hopes on Qatar's back-channel diplomacy. Now those hopes look crushed. And for Gaza civilians, the agony continues, with no off-ramp in sight. Which brings us to Benjamin Netanyahu. If his intention was to show he's not interested in temporary ceasefires, but in Hamas's total elimination, well, mission accomplished. So where does that leave the United States? Squarely on the horns of a dilemma. On the one side, Qatar, America's close ally, hosting 10,000 US troops at al-Udeid and playing the mediator role no one else really can. On the other hand, there is Israel, America's closest ally in the Middle East, the partner Washington backs almost reflexively. Trump's reaction shows the strain. Publicly, he said he was very unhappy about every aspect of the strike and promised a fuller statement.
Well, I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled about it. I don't have to do that. I'm not thrilled about the whole situation. It's not a good situation. But I will say this, we want the hostages back, but we are not thrilled about the way that went down today.
But within hours, his press secretary described Israel's goal as a worthy one.
Unilaterally bombing inside Qatar, a sovereign nation and close ally of the United States that is working very hard and bravely taking risks with us to broker peace, does not advance Israel or America's goals. However, eliminating Hamas, who have profited off the misery of those living in Gaza, is a worthy goal.
One president, two contradictory statements. Classic Washington doublespeak. But here's the intrigue. Israeli media says Trump gave the green light for the strike. The White House says no, they were told late, too late to stop it. So was Washington complicit or just caught off guard? Either answer is bad. If complicit, America betrayed Qatar. If blindsided, America looks weak. Let's talk fallout. First, the ceasefire is effectively dead. With Qatar pulling back, there's no trusted mediator left in play, except maybe Egypt, which doesn't really carry the same credibility with Hamas. Second, hardliners within Hamas just got a boost. The moderates, who were open to negotiation, are now sidelined. For Hamas's rank and file, the Doha strike proves Netanyahu wants annihilation, not compromise. Thirdly, there are the hostages still in Hamas custody, still inside Gaza, their families, of course, wondering and fearful for the fate of their loved ones, just as a new ceasefire push was underway. And lastly, there's Gaza itself. The outlook is catastrophic. Israel is preparing for an expanded ground offensive with an eye on Gaza's city occupation. Already, the death toll has crossed 64,000 Palestinians since 2023. The humanitarian crisis, by UN accounts, is spiraling into famine, disease, and mass displacement. This isn't just about one strike. It's about whether Gaza has any chance left at even a temporary reprieve. And here's the bigger picture. The strike on Doha sends shockwaves across the Gulf. If Israel can bomb a US ally, one that is hosting American troops, and get away with it, how secure are America's other partners in the region? Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, all of them must be asking, what does Washington's security guarantee even mean anymore? Then there is Iran. Watching Israel hit Doha so brazenly, Tehran will see a golden opportunity to position itself as the true defender of the region, while America scrambles to patch things up. And for Netanyahu, the calculus is simple. As long as he has enough cover from Washington, he can keep escalating. So what's the takeaway? This wasn't just an airstrike, it was a political thunderclap. Israel tried to kill one Hamas leader, but may have killed Qatar's mediator's role, Trump's balancing act, and the very thin chance of a ceasefire. And once again, the people of Gaza are left to pay the heaviest price.